Google Flow just introduced a built-in feature called Storyboard Studio.
I see it. There.
We're clear. The water is deepening.
The crew.
They're standing on the deck.
It takes a simple story idea, automatically generates your characters, creates the locations and props, and maps out your entire narrative scene by scene, all without you ever opening a design tool. Once your storyboard is ready, you can animate it directly inside the same platform. In this video, I'll walk you through the entire workflow step by step, from generating your first storyboard to turning it into a finished animated project. I'll also share tips and hidden features most people overlook, so you can get the best results from the tool. Before we jump in, if you enjoy discovering the latest AI tools and want practical step-by-step tutorials every week, make sure you subscribe. I test the newest AI tools, uncover hidden features, and show you how to create more while spending less. Now, let's dive in. Open your browser and search for Google Flow. Click the first result. It's Google's AI Creative Studio for video. Sign in with your Google account. If this is your first time, the workspace will be empty. That's fine. Just click New Project. Once you're inside the project, look at the left side panel and click on Tools. Scroll down through the options until you see Storyboard Studio and click on it. The first thing it asks is your image generation style. You've got options, including realistic photography, illustrated, and 3D animation. For this walkthrough, I'm going with 3D animation. It gives the whole project a clean cinematic feel and works especially well for narrative storytelling. Select your style and click Get Started. You'll now see 3 tabs across the top: Script, Assets, and Storyboard. These are the 3 phases of the workflow, and we'll move through them in order. Click into the Script tab. This is where the whole project starts. You can either paste a fully written script if you already have one, or, and this is where it gets useful, just type a rough idea and let the AI write the script for you. Here's the idea I'm using. A young lighthouse keeper discovers an old radio that starts receiving transmissions from a ship that disappeared 50 years ago. As she listens each night, she pieces together what really happened and realizes the crew needs her help to rest finally. Type that in and hit Enter. Within seconds, Google Flow generates a complete script: title, scene breakdown, character names, dialogue for each scene, and scene transitions. You don't have to name the characters or plan the structure. The AI handles all of it. If there's a specific line of dialogue you want a character to say, you can click into any scene and edit it directly. Otherwise, leave it as generated and move to the next phase. Here's the part that genuinely surprised me when I first tried this, because what happens next in the Assets tab is where most people realize they've been doing this the hard way. Click on the Assets tab. Right now, everything is empty. No characters, no locations, no props. That changes in about 30 seconds. Characters first. Look for the Autofill Characters button in the top right corner and click it. Google Flow reads the script, identifies every character, and generates a visual for each one automatically. For our lighthouse story, it creates the lighthouse keeper, the ghostly ship captain from the transmissions, and a couple of supporting figures, all visually consistent with the 3D animation style we selected at the start. If any character doesn't look right, wrong age, different style than you imagined, just click on that character, edit the description, and regenerate that one image. Everything else stays as is. Locations next. Scroll down to the Location section and click Autofill. The platform generates visual references for every setting in the script: the lighthouse interior, the rocky coastline at night, the radio room. Again, all pulled directly from the script without any manual input from you. Props last. Scroll further down to Props and click Autofill again. For our story, this pulls in the old radio, the logbook, the lantern, the ship's wheel, everything that appears in the narrative as a physical object. By the time all 3 autofills are done, you have a complete visual library for the entire project. Every asset the story needs exists as a generated image, consistent in style, ready to drop into the storyboard. Now, click on the Storyboard tab. Click Autofill Scenes. Google Flow starts generating a visual panel for each scene in the script, placing the right characters in the right locations with the right props in the right order. Scroll down and keep clicking Autofill Scenes until all panels are generated. Once it's done, scroll through the full board from top to bottom. You're looking at the complete story laid out visually. Every beat of the narrative, every character moment, every location transition. For our lighthouse story, the keeper arriving at the lighthouse, discovering the radio, the first transmission scene, the late-night listening sessions, the revelation scene, and the final resolution. If any individual panel isn't quite right, wrong character expression, wrong background detail, click on it, make the edit, and regenerate just that panel. Everything else stays untouched. At this point, the storyboard is finished. If all you need is static images with a voiceover, you can download everything right now. Go to All Media on the left side panel, find any image, click the three dots in the top right corner of that image, and download in either 1K or 2K resolution. Do that for every panel, and you have a complete visual asset set ready for editing. If you want the storyboard panels animated into actual video clips, not just static images, here's how to do that without leaving Google Flow. Go back to the Script tab and click into Scene View. You'll see the script broken down scene by scene with the description text for each one. Copy the description for Scene 1. Now go to All Media, find the image for Scene 1, click the three dots, and select Add to Prompt. This loads that image as the visual reference for your video generation. Paste in the scene description as the prompt. Before you generate, click the video button and check your settings. Select Veo 3.1 as your model. It's one of the most credit-efficient options on the platform and produces strong results for this style of content. Google Flow gives you 50 free credits daily, and with Veo 3.1, you can generate around 5 video clips per day on the free allowance, enough to work through a short storyboard over a couple of sessions. Turn off agent mode before generating. With agent mode on, the model interprets the prompt more loosely, and results can drift from what the storyboard specifies. With it off, the output stays closer to the visual reference you provided. Hit enter and wait for the clip to render. For our lighthouse story, Scene 1 comes back as the keeper climbing the coastal path toward the lighthouse at dusk. Exactly what the panel showed, now moving. Repeat this process for every scene. Copy the script description, load the corresponding image as a reference, paste the prompt, and generate. Work through them in order. Once all clips are generated, go to the video section on the left sidebar to review and download each one. Right-click to download on desktop, or long press if you're on mobile. 720p is fine for most purposes. Download every clip in order, and bring them into your video editor to combine into the finished piece. That's the complete workflow.
I see it. There.
We're clear. The water is deepening.
The crew.
They're standing on the deck.
One sentence of story idea in, full storyboard out, script, characters, locations, props, scenes, and animated clips, all generated automatically inside Google Flow for free. The part that makes this genuinely useful isn't just that it's fast, it's that every element, characters, settings, props, stays visually consistent across the entire project because it all comes from the same source script, in the same style, on the same platform. If you've been putting off a story idea because the production side felt too complicated, this removes most of those barriers. Open Google Flow, start a new project, and see how far you get in one session. And that's it. If you found this tutorial helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe because I publish step-by-step AI tool tutorials every week. On your screen right now is my AI tools playlist, packed with in-depth tutorials on the latest AI platforms, hidden features, and workflows that can save you hours. Click that playlist, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video.